First off, Ann and I are trained biologists. We are handling bats with our gloves on, but these are rescued bats. So at the Organization for Bat Conservation, we do work with bats that are either injured or orphaned. So I'm going to take out the first bat right here, which is a local bat. And he's making a few little sounds. So he's probably a little annoyed that I just woke him up, and now he's all right. This is called a big brown bat. Believe it or not, it's a big brown. Most bats are actually smaller than this bat, and I'm going to hand the little bat on to Ann. He does have a wing that's injured, so he can't be let go into the wild. Big brown bats will live to be around 30 years old. They have 1 or 2 babies once a year, and I'm going to give him a little something to eat here, and hopefully we'll get him to see if he's hungry. I gave him a mealworm. Yep, it's a larvae of a beetle. And are you interested in all in that? Here, let me see if I can take him back real quick.
Okay.
And see, okay, there we go. We loosen up his grip just a little bit, and we'll see if he wakes up. The lights are a little bright, but notice how tiny this bat's eyes are and how big the bat's ears are. So this bat uses echolocation as it flies around. And, oh, there we go. Now we've got him eating. And what they do is they give off these high-frequency sounds so that they can tell a single strand of hair. Well, I'm going to turn on a bat detector so we can hear the bat's echolocation. So as a researcher, those bats are flying around. It's pitch dark outside. We can't see them either. So we use bat detectors to be able to hear their echolocation. So first with this sound, that was just the bat crunching on a mealworm. Now if we loosen up just a little bit on him and move him around a little bit, and I'll take him back.
Okay.
Now we'll get him.
Oh, there he goes.
Usually when they get transferred. So this bat right now is echolocating. He's probably saying, give me another mealworm. I don't think so. I think he's probably just trying to get a good idea of what's going on, who you are. So he's echolocating. And that's the way that they are able to avoid running into things. They communicate with other bats, and they can navigate the nighttime with as well. So we're going to go ahead and put that bat away, and we're going to move on to a megabat. So that was a microbat, small eyes, and huge ears. Lots of little sounds. All right. This next bat is a megabat species. So this is Congo. Congo is a straw-colored flying fox. Were you expecting him to be this big? There were some gasps here. All right, so Congo is, notice what you should notice about Congo right away is that he looks like a Chihuahua. He looks like a little dog. He's got a long nose and big eyes. He can see really well. He's got great vision, some color vision as well, which is great because they eat bananas and other types of food. And let's see, Ann, do you want to see if he'll hang on you just for a quick sec there? There we go. So I brought some food for him. So let's see if he's hungry at all. So I'm going to see if he'll eat for us too. So all big bats are fruit eaters. So I'll try to take him back.
Yeah.
And sometimes, there we go. You want to see if he's hungry at all? Let's see.
Oh. Are you hungry, Congo? No.
He's like, all those people are staring at me right now.
It's so juicy.
Okay. Congo, what you should notice also is that he's got a lot of great color to him. He's called a straw-colored flying fox because of his yellow color, but also he's got some really beautiful colors on his back. So I'm going to let him come up here and I'm going to let him climb around a little bit. And you should notice here how he uses his thumbs and his feet. You think he's cute? Yeah, I think he's kind of cute too, isn't he? Let's see him climb one more time. He is. And then we're also going to move on to the next bat here. He probably wants to go back to his crate there, but let's get him to flap his wings. Congo, can you flap a little bit for us? Can you flap? There we go. Can we get you to flap one more time? Ready? Flap. There we go. All right, we'll put Congo away. We're going to move on to the infamous vampire bat. So I brought a vampire bat with me Does anybody know if they're O positive blood? Does anybody? No, you do? You are? Cameraman. I'm just kidding. It's okay. It's no big deal. Vampire bats are not going to go up to humans. Not unless maybe you were sleeping in the rainforests of Central or South America, but they usually almost always go to, there's a runaway mealworm I'm trying to get. Anyway, just leave it. They almost always go to a cow. So they go up to a cow and they slowly land and walk. They're one of the only bats that we know of that can walk upright. So they quietly and slowly walk up to their prey, they make a little bite with their two front teeth, and then they lick some of the blood. So I'm going to let Anne go ahead and hold on to the vampire bat. So her name is Mina. Mina's around 8 or 9 years old. She was born in captivity, unlike other bats that we care for. These are rescued bats, so I can't let the bat go. It would never live in the United States, and she does actually have an injury as well. So she's not really able to take care of herself, even if I could let her go. But again, notice on this bat, this is a micro bat. Micros are those small bats, small eyes, big ears, and use echolocation. They're found all over the world. But the mega bats are the big ones. So we're going to move on to even bigger bats next.
And while you're doing that, most people think when they hear the word bat, they also think about rabies. And Rob said before that not that many bats have rabies. Only about 0.5% of bats actually have rabies. But if you ever do see a bat on the ground, you definitely don't want to pick it up, just in case.
All right, so the vampire bat goes away, and I now am bringing out an endangered Rodrigues fruit bat. So I think it's one of the most beautiful bats I've ever seen. I think it looks like a bear. Do you think he looks a little bit like a bear? Yeah. Little ears. He's got bigger eyes. You know, on the island where they're from, and go ahead, Anne, if you want to try to feed Angus, see if he's hungry. There we go. Good. So he's going to eat a piece of orange melon or cantaloupe. And he is a fruit eater. They'll sometimes drink some nectar, so they will go up to flowers. So they are pollinators, but more importantly, they're seed dispersers. But on the island, as sailors traveled the seas, they stopped along these islands, and they ate a lot of the animals. So this animal actually almost went extinct because people overate and overhunted the animal. He does have a wing injury. He's about 16 years old, and he was born at the Philadelphia Zoo. So he was hand-raised by keepers there because his mom didn't know how to handle him. Do you want to try handling him there, too? Okay, so Angus is going to go. And I have one more bat to show you. It's the biggest bat in the world. Are you excited? Yes. Are you excited? The biggest bat in the world. Okay, here we go. So this is Camilla. And Camilla is a Malayan flying fox. This is the largest bat species in the entire world. A bit of a show-off. Did you see that? She's great. She's 18 years old. I've worked with her for over 10 years. She looks like she's got her full wingspan, and she nearly does, but she has the tips of her wings were injured. She came to us from the Luby Bat Conservancy in Florida, where she was born, and she's not able to fly, but she's a great educational animal. This is a bat from Southeast Asia. So we would find this bat in Vietnam, Malaysia, and other parts of Southeast Asia. It flies very long distances in search of food, and it is a very important seed disperser and also pollinator as well.